Sonic Mania, one of my absolute favorite games of all time. I play at least once a week. I have no life. Anyway, what if there was a sequel to this amazing game? While I'd prefer for the team to make a completely original game in Sonic Mania's style, I'm going to complain if we got more of the same. So what zones would I want to return for the sequel? Well, I'm going to say that a sequel would have 15 zones instead of 12. And yes, I know technically it has 14 zones, but it basically has 12. And I'm going to say that 10 zones are going to return with 5 original zones. And yes, I took 2 from each game, 2 from 1, 2 from 2, etc, etc. Alrighty, so let's get into it. The first one I want to bring back is Emerald Hillsong. This one is just another Green Hilltide stage, but unlike Palm Tree Panic or Angel Island Zone, it's probably my favorite of the 3. And since Angel Island Zone is already technically remade in Mania's Encore mode, all that's left is Palm Tree Panic, and I just prefer Emerald Hill. The 3D section and the alliteration in its name is all Palm Tree Panic really has going for it, and Emerald Hill is just a way more interesting stage, so I'd pick Emerald Hill. Spring Yard after Green Hill is probably the best zone Sonic 1 has to offer, since Sonic 1 zones are mostly garbage. This one stuck out to me as being surprisingly good, so I just had to include it. Marble Garden is one of the most iconic Sonic 3 zones to me, and it's honestly a shame it wasn't in the original, but this can easily be fixed in the sequel. Marble Garden's vertical-oriented platforming may be a bit difficult to grasp, but its reliance on slopes it's really interesting me, and I'd adore to see it in the Mania engine. The first stage of Sonic 3 and Knuckles is just perfect for this game. Tons of unique gimmicks are crammed into this one zone, and the treetop aesthetic is really nice. I just really love to see this zone back. Starlight Zone from Sonic 1 kinda has the same aesthetic from Metallic Madness, and since that's my favorite zone in Sonic Mania, I kinda had to pick it. Well, this is basically a poor guy's Metallic Madness, it's got some interesting stuff to call its own, and I basically had to pick it since I told myself I picked 2 zones from Sonic 1, and Sonic 1 zones are garbage. Another one from Sonic 3, this one would just be really interesting to see in the Mania style. I think the snowboarding gimmick would be way better than Rosalind's plane gimmick, and that's the main reason I really want it. This zone would honestly be really interesting. I just really like the vibe of this zone. It's super relaxing. Also, have it switch over to the pass version for Act 2 like Stardust Speedway would be super cool to see, as Quartz Quadrant has one of the most interesting pass versions, which could give the acts a different feel to each other. Hidden Palace is one I'm incredibly surprised didn't make a return in Mania. It was wrapped back in the Sonic 2 remaster by the Mania's main guy, Christian Whitehead, so I thought it was a no-brainer, but apparently not. But for real, it'd be incredibly cool to have somewhere to play this zone that's not on a smartphone. I just really want to see this zone back, and not in a playable cutscene that like in Sonic 3. Wacky Workbench from CD. I have no idea why, but I just really like this zone for some reason. Like, I actually have no idea why, but I definitely do. It's probably one of my favorite zones in Sonic, so I just had to include it. Why I like it? Again, I have absolutely no clue. I just really like it. But it's okay, sometimes you don't really need a reason to like something. This zone is also one of my favorites. I just really like the ambiance of this zone. It just feels like you're rushing to save the world. And yes, I know it uses a lot of gimmicks Flying Battery and Titanic Monarch uses, but it has a lot of its own stuff too, which I think is more than enough reason to include it. And anyway, I think it would be cool to see Flying Monarch and Titanic Monarch combined anyway. So, those are the zones I'd like to see in a sequel to Sonic Mania. Let me know what zones you'd like to see in the comments. And until then, I'm One Nutty Girl. Bye bye.